Daily Broadside, day 77. I feel really sorry for these small towns that have really nothing to offer. I feel sorry for their visitor bureaus and their travel bureau and their, visitor center, whatever they call them. You take like Pete Moss, Virginia, and like the only two claims to fame they have in known existence is, hey, come to Pete Moss, Virginia. We've got like the greatest collection in America of all the Pop-Tart flavors that have ever been sent out. And we're also home to Doris Roberts, the mother that was in, Who Loves Raymond or whatever that show was. And you think to yourself, that's got to be a ridiculously difficult job to kind of tout that. Hey, come to Pete Moss, Pop-Tarts and Doris Roberts. You got to start really thinking outside the box. You got to have like a Pop-Tart like the size of a 2-story building or a really miniature one. People love really big stuff and really tiny miniature stuff. So one or the other. You got to have like a what's this called? I Love Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond. You got to have like the living room set, like a replica set that people can walk onto and pretend they're Doris Roberts. Like you got to really sell it, right? Because that's a rough job, man. And Bob Seger, that dude's crazy. I have never once looked at a girl and said, one day you're going to accompany me. That's a weird verb to tell a chick, I'd like to go back in time for one reason. I'd just like to go back and smell what things smelled like. Just boom, pop out in like 1865, Lincoln's freshly dead. And you're like, God, it stinks in this place. This is horrible. Y'all got raw sewage like rolling through the city streets. It's crazy. And I grew up in an era where women went to, Dillard's and JCPenney and Belk's and all these places and had communal lipstick testers and basically put herpes on their face. And I find that to be crazy. That's crazy. Like you just went in there, like this is the same people that like put little footies on to try on shoes and put like little panty liners to try on a bathing suit, but y'all just gonna slather on the herpes simplex 9 on your face to see if it matches your eyes. Like that's insane. That's insane. And people that arm wrestle, y'all are really amusing, but I'm gonna tell you right now, there are some hellacious injuries from that stupid sport. And y'all just looking to rip stuff out of sockets. And if you've ever had a rotator cuff break on you, that's like that's like the worst thing you can go through in recovery. Like you can have a couple hips replaced, be back playing tennis next week, but that rotator cuff, they're gonna take you around the world.